What's up, bros? This is a tabletop review of some Nerf parts. I just got my package in here. The rep from Worker was like, hey, Coop, do you want some parts for a review? And I was like, sure, send them on over. I was not anticipating him sending over one of everything he's currently offering. This is not a full in-depth review of each component. I'm just pointing out a few things. This looks like paperwork to explain everything. Hopefully I have some of those cool looking mags. Yeah, so let's get into the unboxing. Not a review on each component, but I'm going to go over what they've sent me because I'm going to be using all of these parts in future videos, and I might have some standalone reviews and stuff like that. So let's go over them. First, some Tactical magazines. These ones look like P-Mags from Magpul. Transparent, half transparent, opaque black, and opaque tactical tan. So definitely really cool, and I have tested these just a little bit, and they feed pretty well, much better than some of the other off-brand stuff. The Worker stuff has always been fantastic with reliability. Retaliator upgrade kit, I imagine. Didn't read the manual for that one, but bolt sled, plunger rod, stuff like that. Flywheel sets. These are different flywheel sets for different blasters because some of them change just a little bit. I will definitely be doing a standalone video, perhaps on my second channel though, on the advantages of these because I want to confirm that they actually increase dart traction to hopefully increase range and initial velocity. These little guys are extended pusher arms. This is a strife component and it might fit the demolisher. I haven't tested that. And this is a rapid strike thing. Sometimes like Koosh darts might be not as long as elite darts, or some of the off-brand things. Extended dart pushers will make sure you have a consistent feed every single time. I personally haven't used or had that problem, but it is definitely a nice option, and throwing it in there doesn't really have any negative side effects unless you, I don't know, have super long darts or something. Next, rails, a bunch of tactical rails. Some of these attach to Nerf rails and like Nerf components, so then it'll convert the Nerf rail to a Picatinny rail, so you can attach other like airsoft optics or anything like that, or cool flashlights or stuff like that that doesn't actually attach to a Nerf rail. And some of these look like a Nerf rail extension, so if you wanted to put this onto the Worker pump grip, they have some screw ports on the side, so then you can have an actual Nerf rail on the side, or not an actual Nerf rail, but an equivalent. So definitely cool rails. I don't want to unbox each of those because they have, you know, appropriate screws included, and I don't want to lose them all. And they included a ton of rails here, so I'll be able to increase my tactical level on each of my blasters with more rails. These guys attach to the bottom of a magazine, so if I wanted to slide this guy off and put this on, it's this little like finger grip that's also on the Magpul P-Mags that people do. I personally don't really run these, and these were kind of a fad for like a few months in firearm world until people realized they're really not that helpful. But they look really sweet, and if you're going to run a banana mag or a tactical P-Mag style thing on a Nerf blaster, you know, it's all for the swag points anyways, not really the practicality. But that's not like a plastic. It feels more like a firm rubber, which is a pretty unique material. I like it. All of the build quality is phenomenal as usual. Worker stuff is fantastic. This thing is a stock that attaches to Nerf blasters. This is the Nerf attachment point, and this guy should be you slide that onto the blaster to replace the little butt cap, and that snaps into it. And what's cool is this thing folds, so then you can put it on the side of the blaster to make it super compact, sort of like the Spectre stock, but not total crap, because this one can actually, you know, support your weight, or, you know, an ounce, because, you know, the Spectre stock is awful. But this one is also in the shape of an M4 buffer tube. I believe he made it the airsoft spec, not the mill spec, so you can buy an airsoft stock and then slide it on there. It doesn't include the stock, this is just the buffer tube, but that's really the only component that is Nerf specific, because that fits onto a Nerf gun. Then you can buy a cheapo airsoft stock or something like that, and it'll slide right on there. and make your blaster look like an M4 with combining a bunch of these components. Next, spring upgrade kits. All of these are for different blasters because, of course, some of the springs are different and some of them overlap, but he just included one for a bunch of different kits. Most of these are reverse plunger tube stuff, some Mega stuff in here, and then this one's for a long shot. Yeah, so I have enough spring kits to last a while, as you can see. I'm stoked about that. Varying spring strengths as well, 5, 7, 9 kilograms that I saw. I was just looking on the packaging. So he has different ones available on the web store. Then these guys in the little blue tubes are little battery tray adapter kits. I saw these on his web store and I was like, wow, why didn't I think of that? It's freaking brilliant. If you don't use AA's and you use like IMRs in your Strife, it gets a little annoying to go find your screwdriver to take out your batteries to, you know, charge them for the next day. This is an extended thing that you can undo by hand, so you don't need a screwdriver. This is for the Rapid Strike with the 3 front screws to get the entire tray out, and I actually don't know what all of these are for. But that's really cool, super simple, and that packaging is really cool. These little bottles, I feel like you could put like, I don't know, some type of cream in there, like you put it on your face or something. I don't know where that thought came from, don't judge me. And the last thing here is a Mega to Elite conversion kit. So these will go into a Mega blaster like the Roto Fury, the Big Shock, and the Cyclone Shock, the 6-shooter. And you friction fit these into the barrels if you want to shoot elite darts. The coolest part about these, or at least the advertised, you don't need glue. You just put them in, and then you can pull them out with a little key they include, which is really cool because then you don't have to glue and get messy or commit to it if you want to go back to Mega. So I will be testing these. I don't want to say anything too positive about these or any of these things I haven't used. I just assume it'll be awesome because Worker has not yet let me down. All of their products are great, but I will have a review on all of these combined into one thing, measuring velocity and stuff and the firing of elite darts from Mega, just to compare them, and of course how well they seal air and how well you can pull it out. And then I'll also have a standalone review on the flywheels to see how well or what type of performance you can expect from that, and really when you start modifying to, if these reduce dart slippage, that's a really low cost way to get much better performance. I do not think I will be publishing standalone reviews on the other components, but I do plan to have one mod with a bunch of these components incorporated into one blaster, so you can see everything work. Especially this thing might not make sense if you don't understand what it is. It's just a buffer tube without the stock on it, and then some of these little knickknacks are not really necessary but super fun, and especially all these rails. And I want to go find one of my old Worker pump kits, put it on a Retaliator with all this other stuff, and make it a super tactical blaster. But yeah, not a full review or anything, just an unboxing of this care package that I received with a bunch of samples. So I'll definitely be featuring this stuff in future videos, linked in the description box to the eBay store if you're interested in buying any of this stuff. Yeah, so awesome stuff. Thanks Worker for sending me over some samples, and hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing, and hopefully you're looking forward to the cool stuff. I'm definitely personally looking forward to testing, you know, the Mega stuff and especially the flywheel stuff, just to see. So I'll publish my results when I find them. That's it. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay tactical, bros.